Welcome to Marina's Kitchen. Today I'm going to make a vegetable slice. Why I come across this, because on Australia Day we had a barbecue. I had the family over and the kids over, and there was so much sausages and chops and meat, and then we had the salads. I wanted to do some vegetables somehow that it would be easier to take out on a barbecue. Sometimes they have the salads and the meat. And so what I decided to do, I thought of just doing a vegetable slice. I've got 7 vegetables here, so at least when you have that slice, you've got the goodness of all these vegetables. Now, I started off with having I've got some spinach, I've chopped it all up. I've got some cooked spinach, I've chopped it all up. I've got some baby peas, about a cup of baby peas. I've got some grated sweet potatoes. I've got about 2 cups of grated sweet potato, and I've got about a cup of plain potato, and then I've got an onion, a small onion. Also, I wanted to add something else, and I thought, what have I got inside? And I thought, well, I've got a cauliflower inside. So what I did was, I just threw some cauliflower in my food processor and just whipped it up, and I got this beautiful cauliflower, all crumbed and easy to go. So there you go. You can put an extra vegetable by just putting it through the raw into the food processor and crumbed it all up. That's how it came. So all I had to do was put it all together and make this beautiful vegetable slice. So, and I've got 6 eggs here that I've beaten up. Now to these 6 eggs, I'm going to add a cup of milk. So that's the egg and the milk. I just whisk it around and beat it around. I'm going to leave that there. Now I'm going to add, I've got my spinach. There's about 2 cups of chopped spinach there. I've got a nice good cup of baby peas, which is lovely in there. It makes a lovely big slice. I've got a 30 centimetre by 20 centimetre lovely baking dish. What I've done with it, I've greased my tray, and then I've put my baking paper, so then after you can lift the slice up without it sticking to the bottom. So that's there. So now I'm going to add my sweet potatoes. I've got 2 cups of nice grated sweet potato there. Just put everything in together. It's so lovely because you've got all these beautiful colours of your vegetables. I've got my onion. I've got no bacon or no meat through this, so I've just got the vegetables. That's the onion through it. Now I've got just the plain potato. I've got about a cup of plain potato grated there. And now my cauliflower, which looks lovely. Just all crumbed up, beautiful. That's lovely to give you an extra vegetable in that, which was a great idea. I had this cauliflower inside. Whatever you've got, then you want to put in like a vegetable slice. So, and I've got some cheese, some grated cheese, a nice cup of grated cheese in there, which is nice. So I'm just going to mix that all up, and I'm going to season it now. I'm going to season it with some pepper, nice dash of pepper. I'm going to put a nice pinch of salt, a pinch of salt, and I like putting a bit of turmeric through it. It gives it a little bit of extra flavour. Just to sprinkle a little bit of turmeric, that's all. And now I'm going to add to that now, I'm going to add half a cup of self-raising flour. Just half a cup, that's enough. Also, we're going to add a cup of vegetable oil through that. There you go. Now, I'm just going to mix that all together before I add my egg mixture. So that oil in there and all those vegetables through it there, which makes a beautiful, lovely vegetable slice. And look, this will keep, even if you don't use it all up on the one day, it keeps a lovely slice for the lunches the next day, for the kids can have it for lunch. Now, I'm going to put my 6 eggs with a cup of milk that I have beaten up. I'm just going to pour that all in. And I'm just going to whisk it all around, and it makes a beautiful vegetable slice. It's really, really nice. Of course, you can have other vegetables in it if you don't want. I like the peas, it gives it a different colour. The sweet potato, which gives it the orange colour. And now I've done that tray. As I told you, I have greased it. I put the baking paper on there, so then when it's cooked, you can just lift it out. And so all that did is season with salt and pepper and a bit of turmeric through it. Now that is just a beautiful mixture, lovely and moist. You've got the eggs and the milk and the flour. So now all you do is I've got my oven on. I want a nice hot oven, at least about 220, and for at least about 20 minutes. And then I'm going to take it down to about 200. I like to then cook it slowly to get the brown around it and underneath. It'll take about 50 to 55 minutes. What I've done after, sometimes if I'm not ready, I'll just switch off the oven, just leave it in there, and it just sets nicely. So now what we do there, we're going to pour that all in there. Just lovely. It just comes a lovely slice, and a lovely big slice. Just put it all together. And that tray is just nice. It's 30 centimetre by about 20 centimetre. And just put that all in there like that. Now, what I've done, I like to do, is I like to put pieces of tomato on top of it. So what I do is I get all these little pieces of tomato and just put them down there like that, 3 in a row. It makes it look nice and pretty. And just keep on doing that. A little bit of tomato on the top. There you go. Just make a couple of rows of it. It looks nice. Gives it a bit of colour to it. There. We've got enough cheese in it. We've got enough of everything, eggs and mixtures in it. So, and just put those tomato pieces on there like that. And that looks beautiful. Now we'll just bake that in the oven, as I said, in a nice 240 oven, 220, and take it down, make it for 50 minutes, and until it's nice and brown. I have done one because I'm going to give one, normally I give it to the kids. They're going to have it for lunch, and some of them are going to have it for school lunches. So that goes into the oven, and this is what it looks like when it's being cooked. It's beautiful and brown and colourful. We've got some lovely colours through it. There's the yellow and the spinach through it. So what you do now is you just cut it in pieces and just serve it on a plate. There you go, and that is absolutely beautiful. You've got all those nice vegetables in there. You see how it browned up beautiful underneath? It browned up lovely underneath. That's why sometimes I like to leave it in the oven. I switch off the oven, I leave it in the oven, and it just sort of finishes browning off. And as it go ahead and keep on cutting it like that. And this went really well on Australia Day because, as I said, I had the sausages, the chops, and then we had the salads and all little other bits and pieces, but I wanted something to have a lot of vegetables through it so the children could have some vegetables. So this was a very, very popular, everybody liked it, and if there was any left over, I had it the next day for lunches. So it was really, really nice. It turned out really nice. It makes a lovely big slice which you can have for lunches the next day. So I hope you'll try it, and thank you for watching. Thank you. Bye.